from Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight.
Hello and welcome. I am Olumide Macaulay tonight. President Goodluck Jonathan, optimistic about ending insurgency in the northeast, joins other Christians to pray for Nigeria. Yorubas in Kwara and Kogi states allege marginalization, demand their own state. Rainstorm renders hundreds of families homeless in Ozala community in Edo State. And lawyers to ousted Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi stage a walkout optimism about ending insurgency. He then thanked Christians for their relentless prayers for the nation.
This is the Olive Tree Parish of the Redeemed Christian Church, Banana Island, Ikoyi, Lagos. The church auditorium filled to capacity with excitement in the faces of the congregation. The crowd renders songs of praise and worship to the Lord. Prayer time, all eyes closed, and then walks in your God's visitor, the president of the country, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, almost unnaughty. But as soon as the prayer ends, its presence is announced and this attracted a loud cheer. He then took to the stage and condemned the activities of the Boko Haram sect, but not after thanking Christians for being steadfast in prayers.
I'm not here to make this speech, but to sincerely thank all of you for your prayers for this country. Thank Christians and other religious groups that pray for this country. Especially as I told you that no one is facing a lot of challenges. You agree with me that whenever you open your television, especially those international news centers that we listen to, either CNN, Al Jazeera, Sky News, and others, you always see the last breaking news. And all the breaking news is always negative. You hardly see any positive breaking news all over the world. And of course, Nigeria too, unfortunately, we are having our own unfair share of these negative issues. Boko Haram, killing people, and people that have not committed any offense. But we believe that God knows it all. Without your prayers, probably that we was at this country. God has always been grateful to Nigerians. Whenever Christians and other religions begin to pray and pray, God will answer their prayers. God will also answer prayers. That our country will get out of this challenge of terror and other related crimes.
In spite of these security challenges raised by the president, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adebeye, believes Nigeria will still be great.
Whether the devil likes it or not, Nigeria shall be great. Nigeria shall be saved.
President Jonathan says everybody should continue to pray for the country so that it will overcome the terror siege.
Now, outside the church, the supervising Minister of Police Affairs, Olajumoke Akinjide, told our reporter about plans by the federal government to enhance the welfare of officers and men of the Nigeria Police. According to her, the seeming non-performance of the police officers today is due largely to poor remuneration.
This is our friend, and we need to support the police to protect us. They need to have more training, equipment, and all this is being taken care of because, as you know, there is a white paper on the police reform committee that His Excellency President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan set up, and we're working through those reforms to resource the police, to give them better welfare, and to position them to be the front line of defense for every Nigerian.
We apologize for the glitch at the end of that commentary. Now, ahead of the forthcoming national conference proposed by the federal government, the Yoruba-speaking people in Kwara and Kogi states have met in Omuaran, the headquarters of Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State, to harmonize their position in relation to issues they hope to present during the conference. At the end of their deliberations, the group lamented the arrangement that bunts Yorubas in Kwara and Kogi states together with those with whom they have nothing in common.
This gathering was at the instance of the Yoruba-speaking people of Kwara and Kogi states in the north-central region of the country, and leaders and members of the group converged on the town hall to seek the way forward. With opening formalities out of the way, deliberations began, and the issues of justice and equity, good governance, as well as the leadership question and the role of people in advancing democracies was addressed. That gave way to discussions on what the group calls marginalization of the Yorubas in Kwara and Kogi states, and it prescribed a recipe for dealing with the problem. Other speakers outside the hall also added their voices to the debate.
We are advocating that the people of Kwara State that are purely Yoruba should be carved out and then be shifted to the west, that is the southwest, where we properly belong. Quite a number of my people from Yoruba people of Kogi and Kwara, they are involved in non-government organization activities. I mean, we say a robust way. But when the chiefs are down, if there's any positive fallout of such involvement, they'll be denied their chances. So I'm on the side of those who want this country to be restructured.
Indeed, they all spoke in their minds and made their demands known ahead of the national conference. But the question is, will they have their way? Only time will tell.
Elsewhere, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Robert Clark, has advocated the separation of the Office of the Attorney General from that of the Minister of Justice for the prosecution of electoral offenders. Mr. Clark spoke against the backdrop of the recent move by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, seeking the establishment of an Electoral Offences Commission. Now, in an interview with our judiciary correspondent, Shola Shoyele, the senior advocate also applauded the investigation into the case of unremitted funds from the NNPC to the federal government.
People are under the mistaken impression that it is Lamido Sanusi that is making the allegation. I have known Lamido for over 40 years. I was privileged to know when he started his career. He's a very brilliant man, which I respect his brilliancy. So for people to think that it is his personal opinion, they will be very wrong. Because the head or the governor of such an institution must carry his lieutenants along. And I believe whatever statement that Lamido Sanusi is making today, he's making it on behalf of the central bank. So the accuser today is not Lamido Sanusi, but the central bank. I have also been privileged to know the pedigree of the very beautiful Minister for Petroleum. She has a very good pedigree, a very good background, and a woman of probity. I can say that. Now we have two divergent opinions being generated on a subject matter, whether 20 billion has not been accounted for into the revenue of the country by NNPC, and whether there was a directive or no directive from the president as to the removal of subsidy. I am also gratified watching television proceedings that the chairman of the Senate committee, whom I regard as a highly professional man, and I was very convinced about that, and the questions that he was pushing out, that even though he's a member of the PDP, I believe that at the end of the day, the truth will come out.
In part 2, after the break, the military moves into a border community near Wari to stop protesters. That's coming up in a moment. Please stay with us.